What if every time your cat meows at you, it's actually trying to say something specific, and you've been misunderstanding it this whole time? Most cat owners believe meowing is just noise, random, sometimes annoying, sometimes cute. But here's the truth. Cats don't meow to communicate with other cats the way they do with humans. In fact, this sound is something they've adapted just for you. Which means every meow carries intention, emotion, even a message. And once you start understanding it, your entire relationship with your cat begins to change. Think about the last time your cat looked directly at you and let out a soft, short meow. Maybe you didn't think much of it, but in many cases, that gentle sound is actually a greeting. It's your cat saying, "I see you, I acknowledge you." Almost like a quiet hello after you've been gone, even if it's only been a few minutes. But then there are those longer, more drawn-out meows, the ones that feel more demanding, the kind that seem to follow you from room to room. Most people assume this is just hunger. Sometimes it is, but not always, because cats quickly learn what works. If meowing once got your attention when they were hungry, they'll repeat it and refine it. Over time, that sound becomes more specific, more intentional, almost like a personalized language built just between you and your cat. And here's where it gets interesting. Have you ever noticed your cat meowing in a slightly different tone when they want something versus when they're just watching you? That subtle difference matters more than you think. A higher-pitched, shorter meow often signals friendliness or curiosity. It's light, almost playful, but a lower, more insistent meow, that can carry urgency, a need that isn't being met, food, attention, or even discomfort. And then there's the rapid, repetitive meowing. This is where many owners get confused, because it can feel overwhelming, almost like your cat is being dramatic. But in reality, this is often your cat trying harder to be understood. It's like they're saying, "You're not getting it, so I need to say it again and again until you respond." But here's something most people completely miss. Sometimes your cat isn't asking for anything at all. Sometimes they're just talking to you. Especially if your cat meows while making eye contact or when you're speaking to them. It might seem strange, but many cats develop a kind of back-and-forth rhythm with their humans. You talk, they respond. Not because they understand every word, but because they understand the interaction, the connection. And that connection runs deeper than most people realize. Because when a cat consistently talks to you like this, it's often a sign of trust. They feel safe enough to express themselves openly, even if their language is different from yours. But not all meows are soft or friendly. There are moments when your cat's voice changes completely. A loud, almost shark meow, one that feels sudden or intense. This is where you need to pay attention, because this type of sound can signal stress, frustration, or even pain. Maybe something in their environment has changed. Maybe they're uncomfortable. Or maybe they're trying to tell you something is wrong and they don't know any other way to say it. And here's the part that surprises most people. Silence can be just as meaningful as sound. If your cat usually meows a lot and suddenly becomes quiet, distant, less expressive, that shift can be a message too. Not all communication is loud. Sometimes the absence of it is what matters most. The truth is, your cat has been communicating with you all along, through every small sound, every change in tone, every moment you thought was random. It wasn't random, it was language. A language shaped by emotion, habit, and your unique bond with them. And once you start listening, not just hearing, but truly listening, you begin to notice patterns. You begin to understand when your cat is asking, when they are greeting, when they are simply sharing a moment with you. And something quietly changes. You stop seeing your cat as unpredictable or mysterious and start seeing them as expressive, intentional, deeply connected to you in ways that don't need words. Because in the end, your cat isn't just making noise, they're reaching out.
Every meow is an attempt to be understood. And maybe the real question isn't what your cat is trying to say, it's whether we've been listening closely enough to hear it.